As Sisyphus moves his rock up the mountain and David slays Goliath once and for all, I sit here in my sweaty, run-down, second-hand office chair as I embark on my own, arguably more impressive journey. I am trying to win 100 games in a row in Super Smash Bros. Melee. On July 31st, 2024, I started a challenge where I tried to get 100 wins in a row in Super Smash Bros. Melee's unranked mode. But when I lost, I had to end my stream, and I couldn't try again until the next day. It sucked. Godspeed, boys. Hopefully this doesn't go downhill. What if you lose the first match? Well, then I would see you guys all tomorrow. It all starts with day one. There I am, ready to game, and look, I'm gonna be 100% honest. When I first did this challenge on that day, it was intended to be a one-off stream. You know, my girlfriend was actually moving soon, and that day I had plans to help her move. So my idea was that maybe I was gonna get maybe 30 wins, 40 wins, and then lose a nice, close, respectable game and call it a day, and then never do the challenge again. What I didn't anticipate was getting one win. No way, man. Is that just it? I just got wobbled. All right. I only beat one person. So naturally, my chat clowned on me, and obviously I had a bit of extra time on my hands that day that I wasn't expecting to have. So my roommate showed me the ropes and taught me how to edit. And I edited my first short, ending it with the quote, "I will see you guys tomorrow." Boom! It's set in stone. I was knocked down a peg, but I'll get back up. The next day we go again. And day two, it went a lot better. Now, it wasn't extraordinary or anything, but it was exactly what I expected day one to go like. I cooked a bit, and I actually won some games. You know, not to toot my own horn, but I won exactly 37 times the amount of games that I won the day prior. No big deal. That's right, I won 37 games in a row before I fell to the top 15 player in the world, Salt. Uh-oh. The thing is, though, at the time I was playing Salt, I had no idea it was her because her name in-game was something completely different. And that was one of my biggest hurdles throughout this entire challenge. It is so easy to change your name online. So a lot of the time I'd match with a top player, expecting them to be a random person because their name was something like, you know, Doofus, only to find out weeks later that they were actually a top 30 player.
Wait, why is Doofus pretty good?
Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I match with somebody named Doofus, I'm not exactly expecting them to be good at all. I'm actually expecting them to be pretty bad at the game and, you know, a doofus. But sometimes that's not the case, and I would get caught off guard. All right, GG's. Oh, it ends at 37. And that's just the challenge, I guess. Anyways, I kept it going, and every single day I was going live to try to get my run in to get 100 wins in a row. Day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. I would try my best with fluctuating results. One day would be 24 wins in a row. All right, GG's. The next is 10. All right, that's it. Oh, that's it. Oh, that got so... The next is 49, which is a PB, by the way.
No.
Dude. Oh. God. But then, the day after that, I got one win again. So did the PB really mean much? Dude. Regardless, I gave it my all every single day, and you know what? The saving grace of the bad days is that I was enjoying making shorts anyway. I also realized yesterday I say bam a lot when something happens, so I'm gonna switch it up. Watch this. Pow! That's really cool. I was doing play-by-play of my combos, cracking jokes, back air shine. No idea how that worked. I'll have to keep that in my back pocket, maybe for Zane. Watch out, pal. And honestly, considering I had no video editing experience before this, I'm quite proud of how they turned out. And this brings me to day 7, where something clicked. I had an absolutely crazy run on day 7. I got revenge on Hungry Box from the day before. Oh, let's go, baby! Ah, revenge, bitch! Dude, I was sweating my ass off. I didn't want 2 days in a row. I beat the #1 ranked player in the world, Cody Schwab. And the Jay-Z song was on. Hands up, playing my song. Fly away. And I made it all the way to 71 wins in a row before falling to Joey Donuts, who in the course of this challenge became my arch nemesis in life. Oh, dude. Oh, fuck that. Oh, it's so annoying. Though I will get back to that. A week in, I went from a win streak of 1 on my first day to a win streak of 71 on my 7th day. That's pretty damn good. And I, of course, was feeling ecstatic. Oh my god! I'm fucking 3 hours into this goddamn shit. Unfortunately, though, after that run, I had a flight to catch because I had to go compete in an event. So I had to take the week off from the challenge. That said, the morale was high for when I got back, and I was determined to try to get my 100 wins in a row. All right. Day 8. I got back from my trip. I had the worst tournament performance I've had in years, but hey, it doesn't matter because before I left, I got a fat PB in my challenge, and I was destined for great things when I'm back, right? Surely? I'm hoping that today goes well. Just very unfortunate stuff, and like I said earlier, Joey Donuts is my nemesis. Are you kidding me? Oh, fuck you. That is 2 runs in a row ended by him, and it doesn't stop there. Oh, there's just actually no fucking way. The next day I ran into Joey Donuts as well, but this time I was victorious. Okay, GG's, thank God. Oh, I got my revenge, baby. But another huge issue dawned on me at that moment. Stream snipers. I would have been so upset if I looked up and it was like Hungry Box or something. People who give me trouble will just sit there and wait for a funny time to try to ruin my day. Oh, yeah. Whether it's the first game or the 100th game. And Joey Donuts kind of symbolizes that. He gives me some trouble, he shows up a lot, and he honestly has a pretty goofy name, so it's more memorable when he beats me. He was my biggest stream sniper in all of this, and believe me when I say, we have not seen Joey Donuts for the last time. Honestly, screw it. I'm gonna start a Joey Donuts counter for how many times I run into him from here on out. So currently we are at 3. Correction, actually we are at 6. Since the first run that he ended, I actually beat him 3 times before that. So that's awesome. Anyways, let's carry on. Day 10 sucked because I got sniped by Zane at 0 wins. Awesome. I think this is insanely cringe. I think this is very cringe. But you know what? GG, Zane. You can suck my fat dick. Day 11, we got another Joey Donuts appearance, which makes 7 on the counter, but then I got cheesed by a Marth anyway. Ah! Are you Day 12, though? He was also not that great. Okay, awesome. I got camped by a link, and I was so frustrated that I even ended the short by exclaiming that the next day will be no fun. Like, it's just so frustrating, and you guys pushed me here. Tomorrow is no fun. All right? Tomorrow's no fun.
And I will see you then.
And the next day was indeed not fun. I just camped everybody super hard, but not even hard enough because I kept getting dash dance grabbed in the Fox Ditto on FD. Dude. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? This is when the frustration of the challenge really began to hit me because I just had multiple runs in a row in the single digits. But as much as I wanted to give up, this is a story about perseverance, so I carried on with a chip on my shoulder. Though, unfortunately, sometimes the hero in a story is an idiot, and I am an idiot. It's day 14, and to spice it up, since it's been 2 weeks of me continuously failing, I had the bright idea to make a subscriber goal to go a random character, meaning that once I hit a certain number of subscribers on Twitch, I would have to go a random character for a game. And I was on a crazy run. Just get in my arms, man. I beat Hungrybox not once, but twice. And I made it to 50 wins. How'd that work? So, as a halfway point celebration, one of my viewers gifted me some subs.
Sajak, thank you for the 10, man. Thank you for the 10.
Meaning I hit the sub goal, and I had to go random. And long story short, my Roy is just plain awful. Lesson learned, I never did anything like that again. The reason losing that run to my Roy especially sucked too is because I didn't have any runs even remotely close to that for a while. I was having short run after short run, losing to myself.
No! No! No way, man! Fuck!
Or to Peaches.
Are you kidding me, man? Oh my god, bro.
Or to Ice Climbers.
I'm so annoyed at the fucking shit I keep losing to, man.
Oh, and don't forget about Joey Donuts. I lost to him again, too. So the counter is at 8 now.
Are you fucking kidding me, man?
The streak of short runs ends on day 20 with a respectable win streak of 41. But honestly, at this point, the time loop is fully engaged. I feel as though I've seen and experienced everything already. Like, that was the entire third week in the blink of an eye, and I really didn't have anything new to show for it. Except for, of course, my Roy, but nobody wants to think about that. The next 2 days, I also just had runs that blended in with the rest, losing to Ice Climbers and Peach, which is a running theme in this challenge, unfortunately. But with that, I had to take another little weekend break to travel and compete, which was probably very much needed for your boy. So, I competed at the Eggdog Invitational, and I got 7th. Not my best, but not my worst. And now my mind was completely fixated on my 100-win challenge. And I am a psycho. Maybe I'm addicted, maybe I'm a masochist, but because of the fact that I only have one run a day, I wanted to maximize that and do runs every single day that I physically could. So, I flew back from the Eggdog Invitational at 6 a.m. I landed in Toronto and got home around 3 p.m. and I went live and started my run for day 23 at 5 p.m. So I went through one of the most hellish travel days in my life for the sake of the challenge. And was it worth it? Nope.
Oh, fuck, man. That's so frustrating.
I just lost to another Ice Climbers player at 33 wins. Awesome. But you know what? I had to give it a shot. And you know what? I'm gonna be real. I spent hours trying to figure out how to make the next few days interesting for the sake of this video, but they really do just blur together. As you can imagine, this challenge is truly really repetitive. And while that's part of the beauty of it, for the sake of this video, I am going to just speed through the next few runs, all right? 15 wins. My controller broke right before the run, so 0 wins, I guess. 20 wins, 12 wins, 29 wins, and now we are at day 29. At this point, the realization dawned on me that it was very unlikely that I was ever going to actually succeed in this challenge, but I was still making my shorts every day, and those were the only thing that kept me going. You know, there's a popular saying I would like to say, and it's that if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. So because they were getting weirder and weirder. Maybe that lack of confidence is what sets me and Joey Donuts apart. Like, I feel like he would be confident in himself all of the time. I don't know if I could ever see himself doubting himself in this way. Man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I don't know if I can win a challenge like this without having confidence in myself. So that's why today I went and I got this haircut. Because confidence has to come from inside and out. Hey, so I got a couple mean comments about my hair, so I'm just gonna wear this today if that's cool. And they were honestly just very fun to make. I finally PB'd today, and I hit some cool combos along the way, as per the video above me, you know? And I'm stoked. I really am stoked. Because that's been a huge barrier, and I ended up running into Zamu at the end at 79 wins, and I lost, but who cares because today is a huge milestone and tomorrow we take it. And I will see you tomorrow. Well, it's just you and me. It's day 40 of us being trapped in this chair trying to win 100 games in a row in Super Smash Bros. Melee. I have not seen another human or even heard a murmur from another being, but hey, at least we have each other, right, buddy? Yeah, you know, maybe I'll let you commentate a little bit today. So, how do you feel about this matchup? And after all of that, the Joey Donuts counter is now at 14. Oh, and the last clip was on day 40, so now I'm at day 41. But before I get into that, I want to go back in time because something interesting did happen on day 35 that I want to touch on. Someone on Reddit compiled statistics of every single run that I had done up until that point, showing how often I lost to each character, how often I lost on each stage, and also just which days of the week I tended to perform the best. For example, I sucked on Saturdays. Within this data, he even included predictions for how I would perform on day 35 based on the previous data. Every single model thought that I would lose on Final Destination. 2 of the predictions thought I would lose to Fox, 1 thought I would lose to Marth, and the last one thought I would lose to Pikachu, but also it says that the character certainty is not available, so maybe it's just trolling me. And funny enough, the one prediction that said I would lose to Fox on FD at 30 wins almost came true. So right now, if I get Fox on FD, it's over. And there you have it. I ended up absolutely smashing the predictions with a huge run of 64. They're still fun to look at though, and I actually contacted the person who compiled these stats, and he graciously provided me with the complete stats of this entire challenge. So at the end of the video, I will go over those with you guys as well. So yeah, shoutouts to BMods for that. And I actually have a link in the description that leads to his GitHub profile or GitHub. I don't know how to pronounce it, but there's a link in the description, and he told me he plans on uploading a lot more melee-centric content in the future. So if you're a stats guy, make sure to check it out. With that said, let's get back to day 41. I learned a valuable lesson on day 41 that will never be forgotten. If I'm on a roll, I will not stop for any reason. I don't care if my house is on fire. If I'm on a run, I am staying seated and gaming, even if I have to let the smoke consume me. This is because in the middle of my run, Beckvin stream sniped me with the name Break Time right as I made it to 50 wins.
Oh, fuck. Okay, is this actually break time?
He didn't fight me. He just stood still or walked around as I rested my hands.
I actually did need this.
And by the time I moved on to my next opponent after my 5-minute break, my hands were cold. And I played terribly.
No. All right, GG's.
So, yeah, never again. The next day was more of the same. I ran into some ice climbers. I ran into Joey Donuts for the 15th time, by the way. And then I lost to a Peach at 16 wins. If that doesn't sum up the 100 wins experience, then I don't know what does.
Yeah, I hate playing LOD so much.
Day 43, I had issues running the game because I had forgotten to upgrade my graphics drivers, so the game just felt terrible.
It's just like so choppy for some reason. I'm just gonna suck it up. I'm really gonna try to suck it up.
And I got reverse 4-stocked by a Peach on game 2. Nothing else needs to be said. On day 44, we got 2 more Joey Donuts encounters.
Oh my god, bro. No, not again.
Oh, shit. And I got revenge on the Peach from the day before. But then I choked versus the Falcon on FD, but hey, 46 wins at least is a bit more respectable than the last few, so I will take it. And then at day 45, I had a big announcement. I'd been doing a lot of thinking about the challenge. I started it, and my only goal was truly just to gun for the 100 wins. But by the 2-week mark, that became increasingly frustrating. And then I sunk myself into the shorts aspect, where I was making more creative shorts. They were getting weirder, and that was super fun for a bit. But at a certain point, it becomes hard to tell you guys that I lost to Joey Donuts again, or an Ice Climbers again, and have it still be interesting. The whole thing had begun to run its course by this point, where I think I was having trouble creatively successfully actually making any shorts, and I really was just doing this for 45 days. And for the viewers, I have to assume that must get old as well. I never want to be the guy who milks an idea to the point where in the future when people look back on it, they look back on it negatively. Or I also don't want to be the guy where in the future, you know, years down the line, I'm still doing this challenge and failing at it, and people just see me failing for years, and it's depressing, you know? I don't want this to become that. So on day 45, I made my announcement. It's day 45 of me trying to get 100 wins in a row in Super Smash Bros. Melee, and after today, I have 15 runs left in me, which would effectively leave me at day 60, or about exactly 2 months worth of doing challenges. And if I complete this before day 60, I get the 100 wins, cool, I'm successful and we party. And if not, and day 60 comes around, I am not ending my stream day 60 if I lose. I'm doing a 24-hour stream, and I have the full 24 hours to try to get 100 wins in a row. And if I fail that, then I guess I failed the challenge, and we can just appreciate the good times. Oh, and also, I got 77 wins that day, which was my PB. And also, I beat Joey Donuts again. So the Joey Donuts counter is at 18 now. Oh, baby, fuck yeah! Come on. So, yeah, that was the plan. 15 more runs with the guarantee that no matter what, I will be trying my absolute hardest to win in these runs. So we begin after I compete at the Pataka Esports Festival, of course, which is coincidentally a tournament I won without dropping a game. And I thought that should have meant that I start day 46 with 21 wins, but no one else seemed to agree, so I digress. So there I was at 0 wins because nobody but me wants to count the tournament that I won, and it's go time. My goal was clearer than ever. I want to walk away from this challenge as a champion, and I do not, and I repeat, do not want to have to do that 24-hour stream. And it was looking good for me. I was slaying Samuses, Marios, and Game & Watches. What the hell is going on here? Regardless, I was playing good, and minus the occasional scare like this Marth at 6 wins, it was clear that I was on a mission. I was owning, and the games were not particularly close, and I was hitting some nasty combos to boot. Oh! I was playing so good that I was even getting people up to 300% just for the fun of it.
Kill him? Fine. I don't know how actually now.
That's how he dies, bro. With a fucking drill. It was a dominant run, and it felt like nothing could stop me. Well, until I ran into Moff's Ice Climbers yet again at 54 wins and suffered a fate that, at this point, I knew all too well.
Yeah, and it's just over. That's really awesome. All right. GG.
But whatever. For the sake of this challenge, this was day 46. But now in my mind, it was day 1 of 15, and we go again tomorrow. And nobody could have predicted what was gonna happen tomorrow. It is day 47, or day 2 of 15. I didn't get much sleep, so I went and I got myself a coffee, even though I'm usually not a caffeine guy, and I was feeling it. I had the shakes. I still feel like I'm tweaking from the coffee I had, but hopefully it helps. This is also the first run where I went live and didn't just essentially get right into my challenge. I played 2 hours of Rivals of Aether 2 beforehand, and then I got into my challenge, which I personally don't think is a very smart plan, since completing 100 wins in a row takes about 5 hours or so. You should probably not tire yourself out before you get into it.
Holy fuck. Oh, I have Rivals hands. Oh, this is bad.
But that's what I did anyway. And when I started my challenge in the first couple of games, I was playing Rocky.
Uh-oh.
Wait. Uh-oh. Since I was used to playing Rivals too. Luckily, I didn't run into any of the classic run enders early on, and it gave me the chance to get reacquainted with how Melee feels. I'd say at about game 5, I was starting to cook.
Oh!
I kept that momentum up, and it is one of those situations where I watch the games back and I can't help but to be shocked at how fast I was playing. The Rivals 2 Rust was officially gone, and I was determined to go on a huge run. And while I had a couple of close calls, ultimately, I was on a rampage. I was at 25 wins in a row, and then 50 wins in a row.
50, bro. We're halfway done.
And then 75.
We're at 75, man. 3/4 of the way.
I even ran into an ice climbers right as I PB'd, which felt very poetic.
All right, PB.
At this point, I'm at 80 wins in a row, which is my personal best. I have to win 20 more, and then this simulation that I've been living is finally over. The only issue is that now that I'm so close to my goal of 100 wins, the real stream snipers are going to start coming out of the shadows. And I knew that in the moment, especially by the fact that my stream viewer count skyrocketed all the way up to 4,300 viewers. I didn't even want to know who the hell was lurking in my stream trying to ruin my day. It was just time to lock in.
83. Dude, what the fuck is going on, bro? God. Oh, 90. Dude, is this really how you're playing right now, you fucking asshole?
I don't want to sound any alarms, but after that gigantic 3-stock comeback, I am now at 95 wins in a row. And I'm shaking. I don't know if it's still the coffee or if it's the nerves, but I need to keep this momentum going, obviously, because a loss right now would be tragic. So I hit start immediately, and I queue up against a Marth on Final Destination. I have genuinely no clue how I did that twice in a row, but screw it, we ball. Next, I get a puff, and I clean up, and now I'm at 97 wins in a row. And I run into a player who some would say was my biggest rival this year. One that I may have played in grand finals at my first ever super major win ever. One that may have caused me to pop off harder than I've ever popped off in my life. So, yeah, I was shitting my pants. Luckily, I think he was shitting his pants too, to the point where people in chat were theorizing that it wasn't actually him. But I knew it was him because I've been there before as well, where I try to stream snipe somebody and I'm just playing awful because it genuinely is nerve-wracking for both people. I was on the back foot for the entire game just trying to claw it back. Until we made it to last stock. I don't know how I did it again, but I did it again. And now I only have to win 2 more games, which is not the situation that I thought I would find myself in when I was playing Rivals 2 about 4.5 hours before this, but hey, screw it. Again, no time to waste while I'm in the zone. I queue up right away and run into Kenny Beats, who I can only assume is the real Kenny Beats.
You're going down, Kenny Beats, motherfucker.
And I cleaned him up. That means I only have 1 more game to win until I finally complete this challenge. And all of my potential competitors are fierce. Just from talking to people after the fact, I know that Zane, the best player in the world, was trying to stream snipe me. I know that Joey Donuts was searching because Sunsei was also searching and took the Joey Donuts bullet for me. So, who in the end is my 100th opponent?
Versus
Ed. That's right, I ran into a Jigglypuff player named Ed, and I'm just gonna let you guys see how that went.
Oh my god! Let's go, dude!
And with that, after 47 hard days, after hordes of Doc Tuas and Doc Tua's family members and Doc Tua's pets and ice climbers and Joey Donuts 18 times, I can finally say that I, Moky _ Doki, have gotten 100 wins in a row in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Or actually 102 wins to be exact, because I kept going after until I lost. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you to everybody who took interest in this little idea that I had, and I apologize that it took me so long to actually get this video done. You know, I had things pop up in my life in the meantime, and also just videos like this take a lot of effort, so I hope that even if it's months after the fact, you know, like I completed this challenge like 2 months ago, I hope you guys can still find this video entertaining. Oh, and before we conclude, let me give you guys some of the stats. I ran into Fox the most by far of any character, with the runner-up being Falco. Curse you, Joey Donuts. Honestly, interestingly, the frequency in which I ran into characters for the most part looks exactly how you'd expect it to look if you had to guess, at least at the top. So, bravo, you guys. I really suck against Marth on Fridays, and I suck against Peach on Tuesdays, though funny enough, there wasn't a character that beat me on every day of the week, so I will consider that a dub. I don't even know what the hell this one means if I'm being real. It's labeled as damage ratio, so my brain can use the context clues and kind of make sense of it, but I'm dumb. The one thing I do know for sure is that the bigger the circle, the harder I got fucked up, I think. I also didn't realize that Zane sniped me with so many different characters. He is also a diamond player, which is a huge L for Mr. Number 1. I lost on Final Destination the most, which I think as a Fox player makes sense, since so many characters have big chain grabs on me there. Honestly, I'm pretty shocked at how close Fountain of Dreams and Battlefield are to FD on this graph, but other than that, the order of the stages I lost on the most makes sense, and it's about exactly what I would have predicted. Here's a heat map that shows the slippy ranks of every single opponent that I ran into over the course of the challenge. A man like me would like to point out how many Grandmasters I played. No big deal. Here is the entire challenge plotted, in case you're interested. And, oh yeah, my worst day of the week is officially Saturday, which sucks because tournaments usually are on Saturdays. But I guess we can just all agree that I'm never really playing my best at tournaments then. The data doesn't lie. There are a few more graphs and charts if you want to check them out. I put them in the description below. And with that, I guess it's time to roll the credits.